Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Alec, and today I'm going to be talking about the new 7-star Mightiest Mark raid INTELEON and what mons I think will do well when the raid comes live. Now, before I get started, I'd like to ask you guys, what mons do you think will do well when the raid comes live? And how are you all preparing for this raid? Let me know in the comment section down below. This raid happens on the 28th of April, and it'll be until the 30th of April. And for the second phase, it'll be on the 5th of May, and it'll go until the 7th of May. What can we expect for INTELEON's stats? Well, if you look over here, we can see that the biggest things to look out for will be INTELEON's special attack and speed. Now, with the speed here, it seems like most of the time, if not all the time, we are going to be outsped by INTELEON. The ability that INTELEON will have, I think, or I'm pretty sure that it will be Sniper, which will have INTELEON do stronger or more damaging critical attacks. So, for this video, I want to talk about two Pokemon that I think will be great for this raid. Now, the first Pokemon that I'll be talking about is Samurott. Now, luckily we got Samurott in the previous Mightiest Mark raid, so I'm going to talk more about Samurott in a bit. But if you didn't get Samurott, don't worry. I got you covered, and I'll talk more about the other Pokemon after Samurott. Alright, well, it's not a surprise anymore. The second Pokemon that I'm going to be talking about is Iron Hands. But let's talk about Samurott first. Now, Samurott here is obviously a water type, so it's very defensively good for INTELEON. Now, ice type moves and water type moves that INTELEON can do to attack Samurott will not be very effective, which is great. We also have Shell Bell, which will help Samurott survive the raid. Now, if we go to its ability, now why is Samurott so good? Because of its hidden ability, which is Shell Armor. Now, what does Shell Armor do? Well, Shell Armor basically protects Samurott from receiving critical hits, meaning INTELEON's hidden ability Sniper is invalid in this raid if you use Samurott. Now, for the moves, we will have Sacred Sword, Brick Break, Swords Dance, and Screech. Now, I'm going to show you guys the EVs. For EVs, you want to do 252 attack and 252 special defense. And 4 HP. This is just to ensure that you guys will survive and will do maximum damage in the raid. Now, for the raid itself, there are two ways to go about it. First is if you use Sacred Sword. Now, Sacred Sword will... Okay, let's go. Let's check it out. Okay, Sacred Sword. The user attacks by slicing with a sword. The target stat changes don't affect the damage inflicted by this move. Meaning, you shouldn't use Screech. If you use Screech, it will not have any effect on Sacred Sword. So, might as well just do Swords Dance. 3 Swords Dances to get the maximum amount of increased damage. And then just Sacred Sword until INTELEON basically dies. Or you can also go with Brick Break. Now with Brick Break, then you'll have to do at least maybe 1 Screech and then 3 Swords Dances and then Brick Break. I don't know how the raid will go yet, but if in the raid there will be screens, if INTELEON puts up screens, then I think Brick Break will be a better choice as compared to Sacred Sword. So, yeah. Now let's move on to Da-da-da-da, Iron Hands. All right, now look at this bad boy. All right, now Iron Hands. Oh, sorry, I forgot to talk about one last thing. For Samurott, you can have two Tera types, either fighting or for offensive coverage, or water for defensive coverage. I chose fighting so I can just finish the raid quickly, but you do you. And yeah, now let's move to my big boy Iron Hands. Now, Iron Hands here, Terra type fighting, um, is holding a booster energy for what? Of course, for attack. Just to increase its attack damage. Now we go over here to the stats. For the EVs, I went with maximum with 252 attack and 252 special defense, and 4 HP. Now for its moves, I would do Swords Dance, just like Samurott, 3 Swords Dances, and then either Close Combat or Drain Punch. You don't need a Shell Bell here, because you have Drain Punch, so just alternate between Close Combat and Drain Punch. Now, I think Swords Dance is the more consistent way to use Iron Hands in a raid. This is what I'm going to do. But if you're a daredevil, if you want to live on the edge, then you can use belly drum. But I suggest if you do the belly drum way, I suggest you do this when you're soloing, because it might mess up other people's game plans if you do this online. But just so you know, if you belly drum, basically you half your HP, and then INTELEON is going to be really fast, so you're probably going to get hit twice, or one time or two times. So I think it's very risky. I would just go with 3 Swords Dances, then Drain Punch, Close Combat, Drain Punch, Close Combat. But again, if you want to live on the edge, then go ahead and use Belly Drum, and then Drain Punch, Close Combat. So yeah, that's it. So for the raid, I'm thinking Samurott and Iron Hands will be great. And let me know what you guys think. How are you guys going to prepare for this raid, and what Pokemon are you guys, preparing for? Or what Pokemon are you guys preparing? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.